Fellow Toastmasters, I'm here to save you from becoming a speech contest addict. Yes, you heard me right. I'm here to tell you why you should never, under any circumstances, think about entering a speech contest. The benefits, there's a lot of benefits, but let me tell you some reasons or the reasons I thought why you better not sign up a speech contest. So let's take a look at the real dangers of it. But before that, for context, for those who are non-Toastmasters yet or are new to Toastmasters in the room, every term we hold a speech contest for 4 categories: table topics, evaluation, humorous, and international. It starts on the club level and then goes to the area, division, and district. And the one who wins in the international category will represent the Philippines in the semifinals and on to the World Championship of Public Speaking in the international convention, usually done in the US or in the Canada. Now, let me share to you five reasons why you should not risk into joining speech contest. Reason number one, it will make you a great speaker. I remember the first time I thought about signing up for a contest. I thought, if I get good at this, then every holiday gathering, every meeting, every single one of my birthdays would turn into an unplanned speaking event. Just imagine my family looking at me like, okay, Janice, deliver your speech now. Deliver your toast. Make it inspiring. Make it heartfelt. And if you can try not to make us cry this time around, then well done. And once you get labeled as a great speaker, there's no going back. People will come up to you in grocery stores and say, "Hi, can you give a quick speech for my mom's 60th birthday?" No pressure, just something brilliant. Or you find yourself, it's very exhausting. You'll even end up giving a eulogy even if you're not close to the person who died or the family, just because you're a Toastmaster. So if you're not ready for your popularity to skyrocket because of your impeccable speaking skills, maybe keep avoiding speech contest. Reason number two, it will make you expand your comfort zone. Now, we all know that feeling safe is comforting, right? You have your comfy spot in your house, your couch, your favorite blanket, maybe some chips. But guess what? Entering a speech contest is the ultimate eviction notice for your comfort zone. Imagine this, you're speaking in a room full of strangers staring at you as if you are the last piece of cake at a party. So awkward. And you're thinking, who told me this was a good idea? You're sweating. Your palms are like damp, and somehow you've forgotten every word you've memorized in your speech. And you actually survived that experience. Congratulations! Your comfort zone has just expanded. You'll now have the urge to speak in elevators, start some small talk with some strangers, and maybe even do karaoke. Soon you'll find yourself craving discomfort just to the thrill of it. And that's very dangerous, I tell you. Reason number three, I love this. It will make your dreams come true. Look, dreams are great when they stay dreams. But speech contest, they're like dreams alarm clock. They wake you up and make things a reality. So one day, you will enter a speech contest. You think it's harmless. The next thing you know, you won. And now you're in this elite club of successful public speakers, the dreamers who make it happen. And do you know how hard it is to stay relatable when your dreams keep coming true? People start thinking, how do you actually do that? How do you actually have it all together? You'll start saying things like, oh, I really had to work hard to get hold of this trophy as big as my head. People will ask you for, what's your secret? They'll even think you have a winning formula for life, and pretty soon you'll need to write your very own book. How to live your dream life. So if you want your dreams to stay safely in your imagination, don't get involved with speech contest. Reason number 4. It will make you a public speaking mentor. Becoming a mentor sounds cool, right? Until you realize what it really means. Imagine dozens of aspiring speakers following you around like minions, waiting for you to drop pearls of wisdom. Before you know it, they're texting you at all hours of your day. Coach Janice, how do I make my speech more dynamic? Coach Janice, can you look at over my script right now while I'm on stage? Yes, you've gone from a friendly Toastmaster to now a 24/7 speech therapist. And you just can't give them the ordinary advice. No, no, no. Now you have to come up with powerful, life-changing one-liners. So, if you are ready to be someone's speech competition Yoda, avoid contest like the plague. Finally, reason number 5. It will make you famous like a celebrity. Sure, every one of us crave for a little attention. But fame? Fame is another thing. It's another animal. So you start winning speech contests, and the next thing you know, you can go anywhere without someone stopping you. You're just trying to buy a toothpaste, and suddenly people are like, aren't you that person that had an amazing speech last week? Soon you'll need to have bodyguards around you to protect you from Toastmaster paparazzis. And then there are those photo ops. You'll be trying to enjoy a meal, and then suddenly people are asking you to pose with their kids and even their pets. So, if you want to keep your simple, anonymous life, stay away from speech contests. Can I share my own personal Toastmaster speech journey with you guys? Can you type yes in the chat? Yes? Okay. Thank you. I started joining speech contests, I think, in my 3rd year as a Toastmaster. I first tried the table topics. I said to myself, this should be easy peasy. I can't remember the topic anymore thrown at me, but I still remember how humiliating it was to think of an answer to a topic you're not familiar with so much. Since I lacked preparation at the time, I lost to the competition. The succeeding years, I was busy mentoring contestants and even served as a district leader. My next attempt was to join evaluation speech contest. This time around, I prepared well for it. I practiced weeks before the competition. And to my surprise, I won second place in the area level. Woohoo! That gave me a boost of confidence and the addiction to try again. It's like that favorite dessert you keep coming back for more. And during the pandemic, online speech contests were prevalent. Admittedly, I myself have difficulty memorizing my speech. So I think I can get away with that reading my speech. I joined the international speech and then the table topics category. This time, the pressure was so high as the sky. Ask me why.
Why?
Why? Because I'm already a DTM, Distinguished Toastmaster, and members expect so much. You have to be perfect. Your grammar has to be flawless, pronunciation and all that. And I have to be a role model as well. Though I gave my 101 best at that time, I placed second in the international category and first place in table topics division level. What was actually meaningful for me at that time was when I was able to share my miracle stories that actually inspired our audience. And it then led to me producing my very first podcast called Unlocking Miracles in YouTube and in Spotify. Then just last year, I competed for humorous category. Yes, you heard it right. Humorous. At first, it was because we needed a representative for our club. Nobody wanted to join the humorous category. I said to myself, well, if I used my logical thinking skills, if I will compete in humorous and nobody is joining, then most likely I have a greater chance of winning the humorous category, right? So I attempted to try my very first try to compete in the humorous, and luckily I won in the area level because I have no competition. And then come division level, I won third place. Out of, I think, 5 contestants or 6 contestants, I won third place. After tons of practice, blood, sweat, and tears, I came prepared, gave my very best shot. So probably that's the reason why I placed third. And this is, for me, the most fulfilling achievement as a Toastmaster, one of the most fulfilling, because my father, who was then a Toastmaster, was a humorous speech champion. Now, for this term, should I join again? What do you think? Type your answer in the chat. So let's review what I shared to you. Reasons why you should not enter a speech contest. Entering a speech contest could turn you into a great speaker. It could push you out of your comfort zone. It can make your dreams come true. It can put you on a spotlight as a mentor. And finally, it could give you the fame of a celebrity. Quite the dangerous path. Would you agree with me? Yes. But hey, if you're ready for all of that, then maybe, just maybe, you should give yourself a shot. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? You might just discover the better version of yourself. And that to me, my friends, is indeed priceless. So go on, contact our Vice President for Education, Jetro. Sign up, take a chance, and maybe I'll be seeing you on the stage someday with all the fame, glory, and meaning that comes with it. All the best to everyone. Back to you, Toastmaster Nonit.
Wow.